Hi students, today we are going to see about work done by a constant force. When a constant force F acts on a body, the small work done dW by the force in producing a small distance work done equal to sum of the force into distance. So dW equal to F cos theta into dr. Okay. So work done is some place, some point force is acting on some point it resolve into two components, that is F cos theta and F sin theta. That F sin theta is perpendicular to that gravitational force, so it cancel each other. So F cos theta only in the positive x direction. So you take this F cos theta and the displacement is dr. Okay. So, the total work done in producing a displacement from initial position Ri to the final position Rf. So, you take the integration W integral Ri to Rf dW. So, you already know dW value, substitute in this integration. So, dW is equal to, you already know integral dW equal to W. So, you write W is equal to integral Ri to Rf F cos theta dr. F cos theta is a constant because it is a constant force. So, take it outside of the integral. So, that is F cos theta integral Ri to Rf dr. Okay. So, integrate this integral dr. So, you already know that is integral F cos theta F W equal to F cos theta or integral dr is R. Limitation Ri to Ri to limitation Ri to Rf. So you apply the limitation. So you get upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is Rf and lower limit is Ri. So you rewrite this equation W is equal to F cos theta Ri upper limit, Rf upper limit minus Ri lower limit. Okay. The graphical representation, that is you take you plot a graph between R and F cos theta. R is taken in x axis and F cos theta is taken in y axis. Okay. So the area under the graph, the work done by the constant force, that is Ri to Rf, this brown shaded area is work done by the constant force. Next, kinetic energy. You already know the total energy is the sum of the kinetic energy and potential energy. So, now we discuss about the kinetic energy. What is the meaning of kinetic energy? You already study in third lesson. Okay, what is that? The kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Okay, all moving body have kinetic energy. Okay, moving body has a kinetic energy. Okay. So, kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Okay. And potential energy, as kinetic energy. So, define kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. All moving objects have kinetic energy. A body that is in motion has the ability to do work. Some body move. What it needed, that energy needed. So, a body that is in motion has the ability to do work. Okay, energy needed, and the one place to another place it will move, the work is done. For example, a hammer kept at rest on a nail does not push the nail into the wood. This one. Okay. So, whereas the same hammer, when it strikes the nail, draws the nail into the wood. So, nail draws into the wood. Okay. So, kinetic energy is measured by the amount of work that the body can perform before it comes to rest. The amount of work done by a moving body depends both on the mass of the body and the magnitude of its velocity. A body which is not in motion does not have kinetic energy. Not motion means that is a potential energy. It at rest, the body is at rest, it is a potential energy. The body have potential energy. Then so work and energy are equivalents. This is true in the case of kinetic energy also. So let us consider a body of mass m at rest on a frictionless horizontal surface. So the W is the work done, then constant force is F. So you apply a body, for some force is applied on the body, the displacement takes place, that is yes. So work is done by the force. Okay, so the displacement is S in the same direction. So W equal to Fs. So the constant force is given by F equal to ma. According to the Newton's second law, F equal to ma. Okay, and the equations of motion: v square equal to u square plus 2as. A is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2s. So you substitute this equation in F equal to ma. So F equal to m into v square minus u square by 2s. Okay, so you substitute this value in this equation. Which equation? Fs. W equal to Fs. Okay, W equal to Fs equation. You substitute the F value. Okay, so substitute this value. W equal to m into so expand this equation, that is m into multiply by s. So m into v square into s by 2s minus m u square 2s divided by 2s. So s's cancel, you get of mv square minus of mu square. Of mv square is a final kinetic energy, and mu square is a initial kinetic energy. Okay, so the kinetic energy of the body of mass is m, moving with the velocity is v. So kinetic energy initial velocity is of mu square, kinetic energy of the final velocity is of mv square. So kinetic energy of the body is always positive. Okay, underline this one, it is always positive. Okay, so delta E equal to delta Ke, that means change in kinetic energy is equal to of mv square minus of mu square, that is equal to W is equal to delta Ke. Okay, do you understand this one? I think you understand this. Okay, then this expression on right hand side, that is delta Ke, the change in kinetic energy, delta Ke of the body, this implies that the work done by the force on the body changes the kinetic energy of the body. This is called work kinetic energy theorem. So the work kinetic energy theorem implies this is also a 2 mark and including 3 mark. Work done in positive, kinetic energy increases. Work done is negative, kinetic energy decreases. Work done by the force on the body is negative, so its kinetic energy decreases. If there is no work done by the force on the body, then there is no change in kinetic energy, which means that the body has moved at constant speed, provided as remains mass remains constant. Okay. Then next topic, relation between momentum and kinetic energy. This one is also 3 mark question. This is also 3 mark question. Okay. Consider an object of mass m moving with a velocity v vector. Then its linear momentum is p vector equal to mv vector and its kinetic energy, that is Ke equal to of mv square. So K is equal to of mv square equal to, you separate this v square is equal to v into v. So of m v vector dot v vector. Multiply and divide by m. Any value you multiply and divide by the same value, the value will not change. Okay. So multiply and divide by m. So Ke equal to of mv square v vector dot v vector divided by m. So you rearrange this equation of mv vector into mv vector divided by m. You already know momentum equal to mv. So p vector equal to mv vector. So p square divided by 2m. P square is magnitude of the momentum. So the magnitude of linear momentum can be obtained by modulus of p vector, that is equal to p, that is equal to root of 2m Ke. Okay. So if kinetic energy and mass are given, only the magnitude of momentum can be calculated, but not the direction of momentum. It is because the kinetic energy and mass are scalars. Potential energy. The potential energy of a body is associated with its position and configuration with respect to the surroundings. This is because the various forces acting on the body also depends on position and configuration. Okay, potential energy is a rest body have potential energy. Work done by an external force in moving the object at constant velocity from the point O to the point P, final location. At initial point O, potential energy can be taken as 0. Okay, so potential energy is U is equal to integral Fa vector dot dr vector, where the limit of integration ranges from initial location point O to final location point P. So the potential energy have various types, that is each type is associated with a particular force. For example, the energy possessed by the body due to gravitational force raised to the gravitational potential energy, and the energy due to spring force and the other similar force gives rise to elastic potential energy. The energy due to electrostatic force on charges gives rise to electrostatic potential energy. Okay. Now we see the potential energy and gravitational potential energy. Okay. So the potential energy near the surface of the earth. Gravitational potential energy U, The symbol is u at some height h. That's some height h. Okay. That is equal to amount of work required to take the object from ground level to the height h with a constant velocity. Let us consider a body of mass m being moved from ground. What is that? That is equal to mg. So minus mg j vector, because it acts y axis downward direction. So it is the negative sign indicates the gravitational force at minus y direction. Okay. So, and you already know j cap is used because of it is a unit vector of y direction. Here the negative sign implies the force is acting vertically downwards in order to move the body without acceleration. It means constant velocity. An external applied force Fa vector equal in magnitude but opposite to that of gravitational force Fg vector has to be applied on the body. That means Fa vector equal to minus Fg vector. This implies that Fa vector equal to plus mg j cap. The positive sign implies that the applied force is as it is at upward direction, vertically upward direction. The applied force at upward direction. Hence, when the body is lifted up, its velocity remains unchanged and thus its kinetic energy also remains constant. The gravitational potential energy U at some height h is equal to the some amount of work required to take the object from the ground to that height h. So, U is equal to integral Fa vector dot dr vector. So, that is equal to integral 0 to h. Ground, in the case ground, it is 0. At height h, theta. So, since the displacement and the applied force are in the same upward direction, the angle between them is theta becomes 0. So, cos 0 is 1. So, you write Fa vector equal to mg and modulus of dr vector equal to dr. So, you write you put the values in this integration equation. So, u is equal to mg cos theta equal to cos 0 equal to 1, Fa equal to mg. So, substitute mg value and integral 0 to h dr. So, u is equal to mg dr, integrate dr, that becomes r. So, mg r limitation 0 to h. So, you write this in this equation you write that is u is equal to mg into h upper limit minus lower limit 0. So, you get mg h minus 0. Okay. So, u is equal to mg h. Okay. So, note that the potential energy stored in the object is defined through work done by the external force which is positive. Physically, this implies that the agency which is applying the external force is transferring the energy to the object, which is then stored as potential energy. If the object is allowed to fall from height h, then the stored potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Okay, rest object is moving